So the connection moving forwards. This has been such a long reading. Clearly somebody needed this, okay? Connection moving forwards. Yeah, you are going to be laying some kind of... There's going to be an opportunity to lay a foundation. I'm seeing an offer, but with that offer comes an apology. Okay, is what I'm seeing, which is interesting. Okay, there's going to be a need to not dwell so much on what happened in the past. It's about moving forward. So you're going to have to find your alignment and really be intentional with that, okay? Queen of Cups. It's going to be that heart space. It's going to really allow you both to end the old, so you can bring this new in. Okay, there's going to be a need for compassion for both of you. Both of you are very highly intuitive. That's been coming through throughout this reading, right? So yeah, the Page of Swords has been constant throughout this entire reading from the very beginning. So definitely something about clearing the air. There's going to be clarity gained as well, I think, where there's been so much confusion, and also where there was conflict. Okay. And you could be connecting on social media or just on your phone, something like this. But there's definitely this conversation, okay? Nine of Pentacles, know your worth moving forward. So that's what's going to gain both of you success here, knowing your worth. So you got boundaries, not placing that on each other, not expecting each other to fill in any kind of voids. You've been healing through that. So it's make sure you don't fall back into that, right? So knowing your worth, which is why staying on your purpose is going to be so important, because that's what's helping you to... as you fulfill your passions as well, it's really helping you to stay in your alignment and not attached to anyone outside of you, right? Healthy boundaries. Okay, connection moving forwards. There's a lot of independence in this energy though, Two of Cups. So I think both of you will require your independence. Strength. Wow. I think you're going to learn how to tame the beasts of the connection, if you will. I'm getting some kind of obsessive energy come through again. That was before. So I think that is going to be something where you really are going to need to maybe mirror that. You're going to need to really allow each other room, but you're going to need to understand each other's vulnerabilities in that. So healthy boundaries and also respecting each other. King and Queen of Pentacles, a lot of respect for each other. Have that status energy, high value. God, that term is used as well these days, but you know what I mean. Core values at the forefront. Okay, so... moving forward for this connection, moving forwards. Okay. I do feel like there's this energy of having like this celebration, this coming together after a long pause, you know, and there has been a long, again, the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's going to get another one. I think that there's going to be a need to clear this thing that just keeps coming up, this idea of third people or anything else like that. There needs to be clarity for this trust to be regained. Something about trust being regained is big for this, okay? Yeah, and that's going to require patience. You're going to need to find that balance. Where do you feel uncomfortable, comfortable? You know, where is the discomfort? What is the truth of how you have felt in the past? King of Wands came out, landed straight on the Strength card. This is an energy who's going to need to lead. And they know this. Because, you know, they're going to take that action. When I say lead, okay... Two of Cups again. I mean, they need to take the action to create this in that physical now, not just have this pondering thoughts behind, you know. I think that you're both leaders in your own way, actually on your own paths, which makes sense. I'm just seeing forging the path with fire, you know. Again, someone who's very protective here. Empress. Let's come out with the Queen of Cups. Wow. Divine feminine energy is beautiful. It's going to, ironically, that's what's leading the energy of this well, that's how it works. It's leading the energy of this connection to come together. I'm going to get another one for that. Okay, that's fine. Queen of Pentacles on this. Okay, so I think that there's something about the divine feminine energy here is going to need to focus on her, stay on her purpose path, focus on that, not get distracted. So there's something about her needing time. Okay, and this is where I think divine masculine is going to need to be patient now. Okay, because it's something she's been watering, and she really is creating something. She's got this beautiful creative energy around her currently. That fertility, that's important for her. This Three of Swords needs to be spoken on. The heartbreak, the unspoken feelings, you know, how it was left, whatever, for that emotional. I think this emotional fulfillment comes from both of you finally understanding that you both were heartbroken here, being honest about that. Heart pain, the grief. Yes, it brought up stuff from the past and everything that was beneath the surface, but also just you two losing connection or whatever. Like, it really hurt you both, and neither of you have actually spoken on this. The Sun again, Ace of Swords. Very good. I think there's something here about really honouring each other's mental health, truly, which is why you both understand that that's why you need clarity and transparency, and not just running off what you might think or whatever, and just none of this manipulative energy. Okay. And it might be this desire to move fast, but there's going to be a need to ground down and patience with each other and the process. Yeah, literally, as I said, the Ace of Wands and the Four of Wands, divine union, 11-11, lots of passion here, it's constant. And that's going to help you to feel this new beginning. But this is also where you're going to need to tame that energy. The Strength card, the passion is hot and heavy here, right? But don't let that lead, and then you disregard kind of the deeper requirements for this stable foundation, for the trust. Yeah, because there was loss, maybe you led with that before. There was sadness there in the past before. Just going to get another one to confirm. Your connection moving forwards. Yeah. Wherever you did that before and it led to conflict, it led to loss. Because you hadn't aligned your energies properly. You were just starting from this place where, you know... Okay. So, more clarity, connection moving forwards. Yeah, there's just going to need to be honest conversations. And also recognize when these things are coming up again that replicate what happened in the past. Because again, you can instantly become the same person you were then suddenly, but you don't need to be. You can recognize that. You can observe that all the work you've been doing so far. Again, the Two of Wands. This new path is being forged by both of you because you're forging it on your own paths, which is allowing you to come together in this. And with the Six of Pentacles, equal give and receive. Equal. Okay, anything else for your connection moving forwards? Ah, Ace of Cups. New beginning in love. Wow. And then he got the Queen of Wands, King, Queen of Wands again. So that's Earth and Fire, because he had the King, Queen of Fire, Wands and Pentacles. So anyway, so definitely passion. Okay. For sure. Connection moving forwards. Yeah, cycles. Strength card. Again, strength. Strength is so... Both of you need to embody that courage that you have, because not just for the connection, you two, but for your own path. There's a purpose here that's higher. Duties, accomplishments, there's something you need to close out with each other in order for the new cycle to begin. And I think that's to do with their conversations. That was Scorpio energy as well, actually. Okay, connection moving forwards. You're going to have confidence with yourself in this, and then also with each other. Intuition again is coming through, water signs, so that compassionate nature is really going to help you to move forwards. When you feel like things are fluid, to ground it down. Compassion, hold that for each other. Again, this energy of just wrapping up the past, that cycle of the past. You know what needs to be done in order for, you know, this new Ace of Cups to come through with that Four of Wands. You have to, this conflict in your own space that might still come over you when you think about each other or what happened in the past. It needs to be closed out. You can't, you can't create the new. That's still there, Virgo energy. The indecision causes indecision about moving forward, even though you can so clearly see, and you both really have an aligned future vision, by the way. You can clearly see that, but it causes so much like indecision, and you're deceiving yourself like that. Yeah, you've been learning how to trust divine timing. This is like timeless. Your life force energy is like replenishing, is what I'm hearing. Justice card. Don't be scared that you're losing something or someone, because if it's meant to be yours, and that sounds like, oh my god, but truly, when you focus in on you, you can really call in what is in your alignment, and be honest from your heart about that. The Hanged Man again. That's been coming up a few times. So maybe there is this need for more patience here. Yeah, the Capricorn energy. So that again has come out with Saturn as well, which is interesting. Winter time. I honestly feel like it's closing out that Hanged Man, if I'm honest. Closing out that cycle. But there might be still some things that need to be cleared through, right? You are on your own healing journeys. Look at that. Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, abundance, expansion, turning point, destiny. That comes with you embodying that confidence, knowing your worth, even in this connection and with each other. Trusting. Hierophant again. This is marriage as well. And for me, the Hierophant is about high level commitment, right? So faith, leaders, both of you are leaders. Do you have to ground this down? You can't just be in 50-50 mode. You have to be intentional with putting in investing in here. Being purpose driven as you do this. It's going to help you. So with the wrap it up card, the endings is a tower. So with the tower that happened, like I said, with the tower that happened in the past, the way that you are triggered or reactive, that's what needs to close out here, and what happened in the past. So that this, again, the sun, all the Leo energies, vitality, success, purpose, again, to move forwards. You have to close out the ways that are preventing you from doing that, which really is that internal thing. And you've been doing that. When you come together in the physical, it's going to allow you to recognize if that's still being triggered. So you can take a moment, pause. Come back to yourself. Taurus energies could be important. Springtime, okay? There's something about trusting divine timing. This has been going on for longer than a year, whatever this is. You really had to learn how to have faith in divine timing here. This is why I feel like it's coming in and out a bit. So no matter what, even though this Hanged Man has been here, you've been keeping on going. Purpose-driven, secure, reliable, keeping on. It's kind of like you have that, you've learned that faith. It's installed in you. If it's yours, then you have faith in it. That destiny energy. Whilst also understanding it's not about being passive. Wow, just as I said that, this is within 7 to 14 days. Again, Leo energies. Summer. Wow. 7 to 14 days. Okay, connection moving forwards. Connection moving forwards. Again, you've got the torch. So really, this, again, 4, dark to light, revolution, courage, once again, fully forged, fully engaged, forging ahead, liberation, standing up for truth, passion, justice, freedom, bold energy. You both have a very bold energy. I'm just going to get one more for this 7 to 14 days, because I saw that letter in my mind, that written communication thing. So I just want to confirm this 7 to 14 days. What do you need to be aware of? Because clearly something's closing out here. But you need to be intentional with the way you're placing your energy and not fall off alignment and go into that past energy of the conflict and instability. Anything else that you need to be aware of for the 7 to 14 days? Venus, Empress. You've just got the Prince of Fire now, so that's 14 to 30 days. So autumn time, summer, Sagittarius. So whatever this is, it's going to develop. This Empress energy, that's coming out a lot here. Wow. Within the next 30 days, within the next month, as of the next 7 days, there can be a lot of clarity being gained here. Yeah, emotional intelligence. Trusting that divine timing is like paying off, right? No more living off fantasy. Like I said, there's been fantasy energies here. Emotional intelligence, holistic integration of your approach moving forward, your decision making moving forward, wholeness, emotional wisdom as well, compassionate nature is important as you move forward. The Clover, maybe there was a bit of a rendezvous energy in the past, no more. This is about good fortune, a reward. Okay, connection moving forward. You do feel like each other's reward, actually. The gold in that pot at the end of it. Oh my God. Fame, again, expansion. Something about being online, your online presence is very important. And I think that maybe your connection will very much... King and Queen of Wands, no, I wouldn't be shocked if your connection is in the spotlight and it needs to be part of your higher purpose. Something about that. Obviously not straight away, but clearly something about your online presence. You really could be connected online, or will be. It's heavily coming through. 20, networking, marketing, internet, fame, expand, spotlight, innumerable, social media, publicity, connected, exposure. Connection moving forwards. Yeah, your audience, megaphone. Your connection is going to be important to have a voice. Your purpose as your connection is something to do with having a voice where people need to hear your message. Your community, your audience. Public venue, society, crowds. You might be going out a lot, maybe you'll be seen a lot. There's something, that's why you've had to learn on your own individual journeys how to gain that confidence. So nothing and no one and their opinions and whatever they're trying to, instill in your mind or whatever will pull you away. A date, could be a date on the cards in the community, any venue or something. The outdoors, okay, connection moving forwards. This is that unseen energy again, the iceberg. There's a lot more beneath the surface. Look deeper. Subconscious mind. Connection moving forwards. So whatever you think you're seeing, like whether it's online or whatever it is, understand that there's more beneath the surface. Don't just take it surface level if you haven't had the right conversations to clear through that. Just as I said, that communication, the bridge, uniting, sharing that information. Number 12. 12 is important. Collaborating, harmony, overcoming those barriers, compromising, learning how to communicate healthily with each other, integrating, connecting, uniting. Wow. Anything else for connection moving forward? Yes, look at that. Oh, the book, Mystery Unspoken. Again, Scorpio energy. Wheel of Fortune. Something's out of your hand. Destiny's unfolding right now. Fate, karma, cycles, forces of the universe. Divine intervention, I'm telling you. You've been seeing a lot of synchronicities with each other. Wow. Wow. So you really do have something you need to close out together so that you can move forwards together. Oh my God, masculine. Maybe there's more. There could be more than one. That third person did come through with that feminine, but I don't know. Could just be that energy. Yeah, learning how to balance. Someone could be learning through other masculine energies, but also working on your own. But this is about balance, being centered, going where you know you feel just right, where there's well-being, the awareness, the equality, integrating opposing forces, working on that together, flow, feeling complete, right? Okay. Oh my God, the third person and the bird in the wire. There's going to be maybe external energies looking in, and, you know, this is why I think there's also that being the energy of needing to go on your own path so that you can clear that kind of stuff out as much as possible, you know? Yeah. Let's get one more and then I'm going to move on to the other deck. Oh, reignite. Okay, come out. God, I can't talk. Maybe that's why it's going to be written, because I can't seem to get the words out. The bellows, igniting, rekindling, passion, getting it going, putting in the effort. Okay, breathe, just breathe. 33, 3-3. Igniting, infuse, fuel, spark, passion, catalyst. Oh, God, you really do have to. This is why you have to be mindful of that energy. It wasn't no joke. Written communication, documents. Okay, connection, moving forwards, angels. Playfulness. Light-hearted energy, connection moving forwards. Recapturing that light-hearted energy. Your inner children, make the effort. Letting go of control issues. Allow the divine unfold. Not, it has to be like this has to be. Come back to your center. Okay. Getting to know each other. Children, your inner children, getting to know each other's inner children. As you reveal your innermost self, your bond deepens, okay? You've had to learn that about what your innermost self is together. I mean, individually, so you can come together. And this is where you get that light-hearted energy to create that foundation, that trust, where you can, you know, be free, I feel like. Feel yourself, you know. You're both going to need that in your own ways. Start learning what that is, right? Keep an open mind, literally. Keep an open mind. You're both going to have different kind of ways, I think, you know. Ooh, pay attention to the red flags. Let's just get another one to confirm. Okay, don't bring the past into this now. Pay attention to the red flags. Like I said, that was coming through heavy for this. Whatever's happening, yes, you have to address it. You have to clear it. You have to be honest, transparent. But in order to create the forward movement, don't keep holding on to those past red flags. Allow each other to be the new evolved version of yourself. Allow this new love cycle that wants to come through, Ace of Cups, to come through. And when you do feel that, be honest with each other. You have to. Free yourself of this. Oh, you know, both of you, I think, in some way or shape, you're going to trigger each other, especially if you already do have that like fame expansion. There's going to be other people. You have to get right with your energies. What are your intentions? Clearly, trust is a big deal here. Communication. You already met the person you seek. This could be the one, right? Wedding. Someone's thinking long term. They're, oh, could this be it? Okay, one more. Trust, literally. Trust. All of this energy of thinking that the whatever caused this separation, these feelings of unrequited love, or, you know, the past coming in and everything, just that needs to be cleared out. Divine masculine, in order for this to move forwards and be healthy, moving forwards, to reignite this and not just be led by passion, but actually stability, heart, depth, truth. Divine masculine, animal card. Falcon. 2, rising above, ability. Again, his third eye is coming through heavy. Strategy, skill, focus, transition, changes, far-reaching vision, higher self, reconnecting to that higher self truly. Divine feminine. This is again why they've been really focused. They've been really gaining some success in their abundance path. Divine, or they're going to be. Divine feminine. The grasshopper. Oh my God. Swans, twin flames. Okay, so you got that Swans, twin flames, soul deep connection, if you resonate with that, right? Wow. Divine Feminine's got the grasshopper here, okay? So leap of faith, feeling more easygoing, moving on, so what energies, sudden change in direction, don't worry, really releasing the heaviness, you know? This is where that that Empress keeps coming through, really like surrendering and honoring the flow, the alignment, you know, healthy boundaries, beautiful, prosperity, luck, really coming through, good. She's been focused. And birth of a son, okay? So this is beautiful. The swans here, number 6, again, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, blooming love, the one, deep soul connection, divination, both of you, fluidity. Again, fluidity's come through. You might resonate even with soulmate, okay? Okay, one more card. Well, we'll see what comes through here. Moving forwards for your connection, what do you need to be aware of? Okay. Luck is on your side, Sagittarius energy. You both have a lot of lucky energy around you, like coming together. I can't even, it's going to be beautiful. I'm just going to get one card for your connection, animal card for your connection, just so you can, the crow. Wow, this is so magical. There's a mystery. We've both been remembering each other. You have memories, and I think it's all the way through past lives. A new event are happening moving forwards. Clever problem solving, so handling your problems, okay? Observant, okay? Beautiful, a lot of power in this energy, okay? So this is clearly something that needed to come through for someone needed some kind of clarity just to see what's happening in the situation and also how to proceed in a healthy manner, okay? So stay in your alignment, stay in your heart space as much as you can, compassion with healthy boundaries, because bringing love into the situation is going to help, and you're going to need to maybe step out your comfort zone for this so you can really bring balance here, okay, within yourselves and with the connection. Super quickly, just going to get a couple more for your connection moving forwards. Oh, new romantic cycle. Okay, that was Libra energy as well. Your connection moving forwards. What's your guidance? What you need to be aware of? Emotions are running high. Yeah, honor that. Honor that. You're going to have a lot of emotions running high. So yeah, bring love into the situation. You're going to need to. That's the way you're going to be able to release all the negativity, the heaviness, and everything that happened in the past that might still be conflicting you. Release. You know, it's going to be help you to release, because the emotions are going to run high. But understand that luck is on your side. A lot of lucky energy here, okay? So don't be your own worst enemy or each other's. Gosh, you know, be honest. Okay, so anything you need to be aware of as well moving forwards. Remember, you have to, you're going to have courage of the heart. Your heart requires courage. It needs it. Yeah, memories and remembrance. So you've both been in, that's just confirmation. Just don't keep pondering. It's time to, you know, new cycle wants to come through. That's come through a few times now, yeah? The charm of simplicity, again, that light-hearted energy is going to be so important moving forwards. Creating that space, not just the heavy emotion. You've been doing beautifully to heal through that yourself. And now it's kind of like, yeah, address it together. But, you know, there's a lot of passion here, once again, that's come through. The pleasure energy, okay? Just be mindful that that isn't what is leading the connection, because it could just become easily begin to lead. You know, the physical attraction here is, you both might very well be very attractive energies, but even with each other, there's a lot of attraction. So keep it more lighthearted to begin with, you know, that energy, so that you can allow yourself to create what you need to, and not just run off the passion and the impulse, and then the values haven't been set straight first, okay? The alignment comes in all areas of yourself. Remember the holistic approach now, integrating wholeness, okay? So whatever is unfolding over these next 7 to 30 days, with that written communication as well, it's going to really allow you to close out this cycle, because you both have something that you need to close out still that is connected to your connection. This cycle, in order for this expansion to take place, this new cycle to come through, which will be this new love cycle too, as well as your own abundant path, okay? So be mindful of that. Yeah, no rushing, no 0 to 100, none of that, but patience. Allow yourselves the time, each other, to reconnect and alchemize the energy again, okay, without veering off your own path, okay? It's a beautiful, prominent energy for your karma to be set into, like, balance, okay, truly. Number 18 could be important for somebody as well, okay, 26 as well. I've been called to just get one more here to clarify for you. Okay, what you be mindful of, you need to be mindful of moving forwards. Okay, that's the energy of don't isolate yourself from each other. Yes, you've both been in very solitude mode, but this is where you've created such strong stability and foundation within yourselves. You need to remember that moving forwards and not get lost in the past or the emotions that will be running high. You know, those own red flags. This is actually going to be your time to free yourselves from this. There's going to be bliss moving forwards, but you've got to allow yourselves to create that. There's such an energy of this cycle, whatever it is going to allow you to close out the heaviness now, so you can move forwards with a more light-hearted, heart-centered, and you know, aligned approach where you feel so much more like almost like that energy of healthiness within. You know, it feels right, it feels good, it feels like that well-being energy. So also there's no more masks moving forwards, but also being honest about the masks that have been worn, including the feelings, the heart. There's something big about that, because neither of you understand how you felt in the past. Yeah, the snowflake, you both felt so vulnerable with this. This is one of a kind, taking action, striking when the iron is hot, persistence. Okay, so really that compassion is going to be so important for you. There's that doorbell right from the beginning. I was saying that. Yeah, look at this. There was a non-committal energy here, very standoffish, and I think this is, you know, recognize when that's within yourself, but the longing has been real, you know. That's been the energy beneath the surface. Now it's time to speak up. This is a megaphone that just keeps coming through. Time to speak up, to set this firm foundation, the blueprints. Time for your heart to be in the spotlight now and have strength in that feminine energy. So you've got the masculine and feminine energy that have come through, and then the shift, forward movement, enterprise. You really could have something powerful moving forwards, you know. Number 3 and 10, going places, adventure, vehicle, vacation, trip, movement with the wind, swift travel overseas. So there's movement, there's progress, no more staying in that stalemate energy, you know. Jessica being important to somebody. The Empress has been coming through constantly for all of this. So this really is the energy of that divine feminine that's leading in the energetic space. So once you clear through the energies that have been blocking you, which you've been doing beautifully, but when you come into the physical together, it's going to really allow this to flourish once you give it patience and time and honesty. Yeah, but also divine feminine is definitely like there's progression coming when it comes to that expansion, that abundance. So stay focused, you know, it's important. Your passions, your purpose. You got this. Sending love.